another inspiring episode of the Digimompreneurs Live, where we feature real stories of growth, transformation, and success through the power of digital business. I'm your host, Mary Trujillo, and I'm so thrilled today because we have a very special guest whose story will truly inspire you. By the way, I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm a mom of three kids. I'm living here in New Mexico, USA, and I'm also a digital business owner. So, and our guest, she is a working mom, a film industry professional, and a business mentor helping others step into freedom and possibility. Originally from Panama and now living in the beautiful British Columbia, Canada. She is a shining example of what's possible when you dare to dream bigger. So please help me welcome the amazing and talented and empowering Sis Sandy. And we will be from the movie industry to many lives through this digital form. Yeah, but before I would like my co-host, Sis Sandy and Sis themselves. Sis Sandy kindly introduce, followed by Sis Divina.
Thank you so much. And good afternoon over there in Vancouver. Also here in Fort McMurray, it's a little bit cloudy and it's almost raining right now. Yep. And also, my name is Sally. I came from the Philippines and also part of the Digimompreneurs. And we do this every Sunday with our special guest. I'm also a mom of two and I'm still working a full time job. My husband is partially retired, and but he's still working. Um, and also, I am a business owner. And welcome to the Gimampreneurs Live. This is Sandy, and good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's my turn to talk or
Okay, me. Hi, si Sandy. Thank you for gracing us here in our Digimompreneurs Live. And I am Divina, originally from Cebu, Philippines, and currently living in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. A mom of one and a grandmother of three beautiful children, a housekeeper, and I'm a proud digital business owner. And thank you for having us here, Sandy.
thank you so much for having me and for sending inviting me to be here on your live today. For those who doesn't know me, I'm originally from Panama, but currently living here in British Columbia, Canada. Um, I'm a well, I'm not exactly a mom, but I could be a mom because I have six nephews and aunties. So
Oh,
I kind of like when I used to live in Montreal, that's I used to take care of them. So yeah, I will be like the second mom for them. Um, but also I have my aging parents here in British Columbia with me. So and I work in the movie industry. I've been working for 25 years, and now I'm here. I found this online business opportunity, and that's why I'm here. But I will share a little bit of my story in the next few minutes. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm so happy to be here.
thank you so much. And today, we're not. We begin with this business. We're not all tech skills. We don't have any special skills in terms of technology. So bear with us, guys. We're having trouble technically. But I know for sure that we will be inspiring every one of us who will be listening today and who will be listening to our special guests special story for today. And yes, you're so blessed that even it doesn't mean that if you're a mother, like, but you actually deserve those kids that are actually under your care. They're so blessed to have you, you know. And we know how. I don't know is Panama. Can you tell us while waiting for others to come? Can you please tell us around what's Panama in short?
Pan, what do you mean, Panama in short?
Yes, like your country, your
Panama is a country, sis.
yeah.
Um, well,
How
let
long
me
you
share
been
you.
here in Canada? You said.
In Canada, 36 years. So let me tell you a little bit of my background, how
Yes.
I came from Panama to Canada.
Uh-huh.
So I moved to Canada back in 1989. And the reason why we moved because at the time we had a dictator that was in all news back in 1989. So that was one of the reasons many Panamanians moved to different countries like United States or Panama and Australia. Those were the three countries that were taking Panamanians at the time. So we moved to Canada. When I first arrived to Canada, actually, I used to live back east in Montreal, um, and that's how I came like in my teens. So I actually went to a French high school, so I learned French. So I speak French too. And after finishing my French, sorry, my high school, I moved to Vancouver. So we moved to the other side of Canada
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the weather was better. Like Montreal is very cold and the winters are very long. So my parents were looking for a better weather for them.
Uh-huh.
Um, so that's why we decided to move over here. And how did you end up? How did I ended up in the movie industry? It was kind of like a little bit of reroute. Sometimes, what I've learned, like now that I reflected on my life, I think, things are meant to be for a reason. God is guiding you along the way, and you will
Yeah.
face some setback and challenges, but they're not really setback and challenge. They're just ways to reroute you to where you're supposed to go. So that's how my life has been. So my dream for the movies came when I used to live in Panama. I was probably like 8 years old, and I used to watch those Disney movies, the old ones, and I say, I remember I was in my living room, and I say, one day I'm gonna be working in one of those movies. Like I was thinking more like
Oh.
an actor or something like that. But
Yeah.
we moved to Canada, and I never, that dream I forgot, and then I didn't see any movies. So life passed. So I moved to Vancouver, and when we transferred, when I finished high school, uh, I was applying for a university here in British Columbia, but because
Mhm.
I studied French,
Yeah.
they kind of like treating us like foreigners. So we had to do like a test, a TOEFL test, which is test of foreign English language. So like if I would have done that test in the United States, I would have been accepted, you know.
Yes.
But
Yes.
here in Burnaby, that's where the university is. They were asking for a very high so I did it many times, and the last one that I did, I passed all the score that they require, except for one that it was only 1 point difference, and they didn't accept me. So after that, I rerouted to find something else.
Yeah.
But like I say, like sometimes I think that those challenges are setbacks, but actually was a blessing because now that I think about it, if they would have accepted me, I would have studied that I didn't really like, you
Uh-huh.
know. So things happen
Yes.
for a reason. So going back forward,
Yeah.
I uh, I found a school, Vancouver Film School. It was very expensive because that was the only school at the time. So
Mhm.
the student loan I couldn't afford it. So I rerouted to another college and I started theater. So I completed the program there in art. So and after I finished and I was looking for a job in
Mhm.
theater, they were asking for experience, and the only experience that I had was our college productions that we did.
Yes.
So um, then one day, out of the blue, because I
Mhm.
kept going to this job office, to look for job and fax my resume. At the time we were faxing, um,
Oh.
and then one day I found on a table a
Uh-huh.
pamphlet. the Directors Guild of Canada, which is one of the unions here for the film industry. And
Yeah.
then I look at it and I say, well, this is what I always been dreaming of, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, I went to the office and then I find out, how I can get into the office. So I saw that the requirements were not uh, that I could apply to those requirements, and then I needed to get some days. So I submitted my application,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that 3 days after I got called in to work.
Mm-hmm.
And my first day, I remember
Mm-hmm.
on the street because when I started to work on set, and I was on the street, and I remember that flash when I was in my living room, like the one I mentioned when I was a little girl, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
working in the film industry, like the dream, what I say when I was a little girl." So that's how I ended up working in the movie industry,
Oh.
and I wasn't an actress; I was back technician, but yeah,
That's right. Oh my God, what an inspiring story. Transition from one country to another is not really easy. It's a lot.
no,
There's a lot of workings. There's a lot of a trading of time and your everything. Almost trade everything and change it into new world, right?
yes.
So as we go along, Sis Sandy, as a mom and mentor and a woman in such a demanding industry, how do you balance all your rules and what keeps you grounded?
Okay. So for this one, yeah, for a long time, I didn't have that balance because, the industry demanded so much of me that I realized I was losing precious time with the people I love the most.
Uh-huh.
So especially, my parents, because, I work from Monday to Fridays, 12 hours a day. Okay.
Wow.
But besides that, you have to take in consideration, from where I live to the locations. So usually, most of the production is like around 1 hour or 45 minutes
Mm-hmm.
from where I live. So back and forth. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much like 14 hours. And when I started to work on set, it was even worse. It was like 15 to 17 hours just working. And then it was the driving. And then some places it was like really far.
Mm-hmm.
Where we had to, so I it was, not really balanced. When it's weekend, I just want to sleep to rest. Saturday was my resting day, and Sunday was my day to, catch up on my
Yes.
laundry, that preparing for the next week.
Uh-huh.
So really like no balance, no really um time to spend with your loved ones, so what keep me grounded now, that is my why. So building a life where family comes first, where my health and peace of mind are sacrificed for a paycheck.
Yes.
So, faith, self development, and a supportive community has also been my anchor. I am so blessed to have this global online community because it really gives you that support. In two occasions during my journey, I was so blessed to have two of my friends in the community who helped me to bounce from that emotional state that I was to bounce back and continue my journey.
Mm-hmm.
Change that fixed mindset that we have
Mm-hmm.
to a mindset that where you grow and you find solutions. So and now as a mentor, I remind myself daily that balance isn't found. Okay, it is created by being intentional with your time and priorities. So that's how you create that balance.
That's exactly how it goes. Like, I mean, you've been in a situation where you risk everything,
Mhm.
right? But because of our, I think that's our purpose, that
Yes.
we have to look back of who we are. I think that give us strength and courage to do this business, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, and thank you for answering that question. Our question number three would be given by Sis Divina. Thank you.
Hello, Sis Sandy.
Hello.
So I'm gonna give you the question number three. So what made you say yes to our digital business despite already having a career in the film world? What was the turning point?
I think my turning point came when I look at my life and I ask, is this really the future I want? So I love my career. Like I mentioned, it was my dream job since I was a little girl, but I didn't see myself growing into the life I dream of. Okay. So I wanted
Yeah.
more freedom, financial stability, and time with
Mhm.
my loved ones, while they are still in the, like my aging parents, while they're still independent. And,
Yeah.
eventually we'll have to take care of them. So I'm the only one here, like I have a brother and sister, but they live in the US. So in Canada, is my parents only have me.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Mhm.
so if I continue working in the film industry, those long hours, that will be impossible for me to be there for them. Um, so that was one of the reasons, um, because I didn't see myself continue the same way. Like you get to a point in your life where you see you're looking for something else, you know. And I got to that point where I realized that I wanted more in life than just building a paycheck, you know.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things that we always tend to focus about making money, but then we forget about we're trading time and moments that we can be with our loved ones because of making money. And time pass, you cannot recuperate the time that has passed. Um yeah, I get to my point that yes, I'm making good money, but I'm not taking care of my health.
Mhm.
I'm not having time for my family. I don't have time for me, like my me time.
Yes. Yes.
So it was like a same cycle, right? And
Mhm.
the instability too, because in 2023 when I found this online business opportunity, there was a setback in my industry, and that was another thing that made me reflect too, because 2 years, like back in my industry, there were two times also the same thing happened, but I was young. So I'm older now, so I have to think about my future. I
Yes.
cannot continue living this kind of life. So I have to think about it. So that's what it made me reflect even more. But 5 years prior, I found this online opportunity, that's where everything started to have like notch on my mind. But I saw the digital nomads, and I said, "I want that kind of lifestyle," but I didn't know how to. So I kept
Yes.
working. And then 2023, I guess God gave me that signal and led me to
Oh.
this business. I was about to join another business when I found this one.
Yes.
So when I saw this one, I said goodbye to the other one because, it's like all the boxes. So, um, yeah, because it has, flexibility, the business adapt to your schedule, so not the other way around. There's mentorship, and you only pay one time fee, and then you have to pay monthly, like on the other one that I was going to join. Um, that one I had to pay for a mentor, and only had that mentor for, like, if I pay for 1 month, it was only 1 month. After that, I
Mhm.
was my own. So when I found out this one has, mentorship, and I didn't have to pay like monthly, and it has for my entire, journey here. So I say, yes, I love that. And then also, the proven system. We have so many members of our community that are successful. So there's that proven system that works. We just have to follow the steps. Follow the blueprint, and then everyone is able to succeed. We have our video based training. So we really have all the tools and resources that we need to be able to succeed in this business. So you are not required to start from scratch.
True.
um, so that's one of the good things. So in saying yes was less about living a career, but more about saying yes to the life I truly wanted to live. So that's
Yes.
what made me realize that.
That's true.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sis Sandy. Wow, it's not really a big switch, hey, because you already talk to people. You are in the movie industry, and then this one requires showing to people, especially in social media. But I know it's different. But you got this, girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a little bit
Somehow. Yeah.
I'm a little bit shy, even though I work in the movie industry, I was shy to not to be in front of the camera. But at the same time, like when you have a will that you want to do something, you do whatever it takes to do it. So even though
Yep.
I was scared to be in front of the camera, I decided to go out of my comfort zone and do it, because that's the only way that we can connect with our audience. So sometimes you have to do what it takes to be able to achieve your dreams. So we have to take action.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
That's right. And that's the most important thing. Take action. This
Yes.
is how every one of us are meeting online, because we took action. We didn't delay. Because delaying is just like, no, we don't have that option to do say no. We always say yes and take the risk.
Yeah,
Yes.
procrastinating can kill dreams, so you have
Yes.
to act now.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Or waiting
yeah.
for that perfect time or perfect moment,
Yeah, we also thank you so much, Sis Sandy, for that inspiring questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So for our next one, you're now in mentoring others in the business. How does it feel to guide people towards freedom and change? And what one's lesson you always share with your mentees?
Yes, I love this question because this was another of the reasons why I decided to take into this journey. I didn't find any purpose anymore in my industry. I love to teach, and when you teach in like in our jobs, like where we usually, not everyone has the same way to learn, because they're always there for the paycheck, not really for to learn. So when I found about this online business opportunity, I had the opportunity to mentor others, to help others, so and to teach. So that's one of the things that is one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done. Here, so seeing someone go from doubt to confidence, or from
Yes,
stress to find freedom. Those are priceless. Seeing them, like they didn't believe in themselves, and now they do. They thought that they couldn't do some things, and now they can. You know, or they find out that some things that they thought they didn't like it and now they enjoy it. So it's beautiful to see those things. And one lesson I always share is this: your mindset is either your cage or your key. So you can have all the tools and strategies in the world, but if you don't believe that you deserve freedom and change, you won't take the steps to claim it. So all starts with believing in yourself, believing in the system, and everything else will follow.
that's true. That's true. And we all need that, right? We all need that. And also, thank you for answering that questions. And I know your mentees are very lucky to have you as their mentor.
Yes. Thank you.
Sister Bina, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So this is your our next question to you, Sis Sandy. So if you could speak to another working mom or immigrant woman who feels stuck or unsure, what would you tell her today from your heart?
I will tell her you are allowed to want more. Okay. Wanting more doesn't mean you are ungrateful. It means you see your potential. And that's one of the things that sometimes we neglect when we work, because we have more potential than what we do. And sometimes, like some bosses are very grateful, they take care of their employees, but some bosses, they don't take care of their employees. So they're not really grateful, and but we are still there, working. So I think you have to realize that you have more potential than that. We are not um, labeled by one only you know salary, or one our paycheck. We are more valuable than that. And that's what this online business allows you to be. You are the one who set the price, how much you want to make. You're not said like you can only your price for all your work you do is only $20. You're not worth it, that you're worth more than that. And that's what I wanted to see for the women that are looking, this life today, that um, you are allowed to want more. And wanting more doesn't mean that you're ungrateful. It means that you see your potential, okay? Because
Yeah,
you have more potential than that. Sometimes we don't explore that potential because we just do what we are told to do. So, as an immigrant woman and a daughter caring for aging parents, I know what it feels like to carry responsibility on your shoulders while dreaming for a better life. So, I would say don't wait until life forces you to make a change. Many times we do. I was one of them. But the perfect time doesn't exist. Okay. So, but the right time is when you decide you deserve a future filled with purpose,
Mm-hmm.
freedom, and peace. So, start with one brave yes. So, you're going to start this, as a plan B on the side because, nowadays plan
Yeah,
B is not an option. It's a must to have because you never what could happen. You never know what could happen. So you always have to be sure that you start building that um, stability on the side, and then when you're ready, because eventually this plan B will become your plan A because it will surpass your income, then you can really explode your potential and then uh, go out there and help other women believe in themselves, uh, reach out to their dreams, and inspire them. So everyone woman can inspire another woman. So we have to start believing in ourselves that we can, because we already do, especially moms.
mm-hmm.
You do so much, you know you juggle so many responsibilities. So why not do it for yourself instead of doing it for somebody else? So you are worth it to want more in life.
That's true. And that's exactly where are we right now. Because we're all moms. And we are all want to help hardworking moms who wants to change the norm. Like you cannot actually mom's responsibility, you're right. It's so tough. Being a mom, it's a tough profession ever.
Yeah.
You agree with me? It's
Yes.
really tough. Like I mean the demand since the baby is born until they go college and then they get out. That responsibility is relied on us as mom, and it's not pretty easy. So we're actually acknowledging, and we are actually encouraging all the moms that would be listening today. Please take a moment to love yourself. I mean, look back where you're from. Look back the time that you actually went to school and see that light in front of you, that stage that you want to be one day walking in that stage, accepting your diploma. It's the same here in our business. We are actually working on that process that one day we will say bye to our jobs, right? Because we want that freedom, we want our time back, we want that life back to us. We're not only here to go to work and then have paid. Our paid is like you're right. Our paycheck is nothing compared to what we are working for now. So go ahead, guys. I hope the story of our special guest here. She's from Panama. Her name is Sandy. And why is she here? She's already been um, a known person. She's in the movie industry, and why she divert herself into a digital business because we need this. She see that opportunity. She see that one day she will quit that and she will live in silence with freedom and peace and joy. Right, Sis Sunday? So
That's right.
thank you for sharing your story with us today. And I know everyone wowed you with your story, and hopefully they will take action as well. So, well, thank you so much, and for sharing your beautiful journey with us. Your story reminds us that no matter where we come or what industry we're in, we all have the power to choose a life of purpose, freedom, and joy. So, to everyone watching, if Sandy's stories touch your heart and you're curious about digital business that gave her time, options, and growth, don't hesitate to reach out. Sometimes one conversation can open and the other conversation can open a brand new chapter of your lives. So, Sis Divina, would you mind?
Okay, again, thank you, Sis Sandy, and for your time, your wisdom, and your heart. And thank you to all our viewers for joining today. And if you cannot join us for our live, you can just watch this one on our Facebook or our page and everything. And until next time, keep dreaming, keep growing, and always remember you're not building alone. We rise together. Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much, Sis Sandy, for gracing us, as what I told you first. Thank you so much. And we are so lucky to have you here. And I know you are not a mom, but your rule in your house is more than a mom because you have your parents, your cousins, and your brothers and sisters and everything. So you are more than a mom. And thank you so much for gracing us in our Digimompreneur Live. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much
Yes.
for inviting me here. It was a pleasure.
Yes, and
Thank you
in
so
behalf
much.
of Sis Marie Chris, who's supposed to be hosting our Digimon Premiere tonight, and thank you so much. And also, see you in the next live. Stay blessed and stay inspired. Hopefully, we inspired everyone. And last word from you, Sis Sandy.
Keep believing in yourself and keep those dreams, alive, but also take action because dreams stay dreams if you don't take action. So if you want to become have those dreams to become reality, you have to take action. So
Yes. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Who will be watching and is watching right now, please take that one step ahead, from one step to another, slowly but surely. Take action. Reach out to one of us who will here mentor. We love to mentor people, and we love you to share our journey as well. So whatever we work for, we will share it with you. Thank you so much, Sunday.
thank you so
Till
much.